Morning, Mikel. Obviously tomorrow is too soon for Bukayo and Gabriel Martinelli, but are they progressing well? And can you give us an update as well on Ethan Nwaneri? I think he was just tired on Saturday.
Yeah, Ethan, he was just cramping. Obviously his load has been very different recent weeks, but he's fine. And Bukayo and Gabi, yeah, they are progressing really well, but still a bit far to come back.
The weekend felt like a big weekend in terms of the title race. Obviously, whilst it's mathematically possible, I know you're going to keep on fighting. But can you describe how sort of frustrating, how powerless you feel when you're just looking at a team like Liverpool who just do not look like dropping points?
It was a very disappointing weekend, obviously. In the previous 15 games, so we have won 10 and draw 5, exactly the same as Liverpool, with exactly the same goal difference, which is plus 23. So we've been extremely consistent for the last 3.5 months, considering everything that we've been through, and we have generated that momentum. And it was that weekend where we have to do what we have to do again, once more, nothing different to the previous 15, and we got that defeat. And on top of that, they win. So when you are trying to build that momentum, and we put in so much into it, especially with the circumstances that we have, it was a very hard one to take. The reality is there's so many games to play, and you have to get back to it, and we have the levels and the consistency and the hunger to go again, and that's what we're going to do on Wednesday.
But whereas for the last 2 seasons you've been in this position where you know if we carry on winning we're going to win the title, now you're looking at a team 11 points clear who they just keep on going, don't they? And that must be the really frustrating thing.
But you cannot control that. You know, at the end, you're going to have to set an amount of numbers to win in this league, and we're going to have to hit that number if we're going to have any chance of doing that. But we're certainly going to continue to try.
Obviously, in an ideal world, you would have a fully fit squad to choose from. You don't, but you've always struck me as a manager who enjoys trying to sort of solve problems, and obviously the problem at the moment is how do you score goals? In a perverse kind of way, do you enjoy having that sort of problem to try to, right, how do we best do this?
It's been incredibly satisfying to work every day with the players and the coaches and the staff to try to overcome certain situations. So if somebody tells you at the start of the season, by this time, you have played 5 times with a red card over half an hour in each of those games, and you have lost this amount of players, what's the bet? You are in the middle of the table, at least, you know, and you are out of the Champions League. That's not the situation. So that tells you the resilience, the resources, the ambition that the team has, every individual has. And that has been probably in my time one of the proudest moments to work in that sense. The thing is that when you are there, you want more, and you want more, and you want more. And I'm not going to stop. Over my dead body, we stop thinking that way and putting everything that we possibly can to increase that probability of us winning and being better than the opponent and hitting that performance and those standards constantly, regardless of what happens.
Do you think Mikel, in that false 9 position, can still work? Was Saturday just a bad day at the office?
Yeah, in relation to the opposition and the options that we have, and then what the team generates as well. So especially the attacking players depend a lot on what the team is generating, the chemistry, on the fluidity, the areas that we are hitting, how we interacting with each other. And it worked really well against Leicester, and it didn't well that way the other day because there were a lot of things missing.
And just one final one from me. Obviously, in the past, what's been great for you as well is goals from midfield. Declan hasn't had the sort of key goals this season that he did last season, and it seems like Martin Odegaard is just gone a bit quiet, off the boil at the moment. How do you fix that?
Well, we have fixed it because, again, the goal difference with the best team in the league is plus 23 in 15 games, so that's quite unique to do. But we want more goals from all of them, you know, and we know that there are areas that we can increase, and certainly this is one.
Nick from the Premier League.
Hi.
Good seeing you. Last weekend against West Ham, was it one of the most frustrating days you felt as an Arsenal manager?
I don't know. It's just it's not a frustration. I think it was a feeling probably of knowing how much we are putting into it to be where we are, that when you have the chance now to say, okay, let's go another step, and then on Wednesday would have to be another one, and then on Saturday another one, especially with the form that Liverpool are in. It was tough. It was a tough one to take, especially at home, that we've been so consistent.
couple of questions about Forest, please. I can imagine it's very competitive within the Premier League managers, but how pleased are you for Nuno, who obviously left Spurs nearly over 3 years ago, and got the chance to come back to management in the Premier League, and what he's achieving at Forest?
Unbelievable what they are doing, what he's done. Not only there, because what he did at Wolves as well, it was incredible, to be fair. So yeah, huge pride. Him, the coaching staff, the
Like,
players, exactly.
share, comment, and subscribe for more exclusive Arsenal dailies.